Going on YouTube, Maggie 2.0 here. Well, I didn't video today. I just kind of got up this morning and started just concentrating on working on the car. And basically, she's in. She is in. Basically, I'm just buttoning up everything. Everything's wired up. Just got to do coolant. I've already added oil. And I have tried starting it. So right now she's ticking only because the lifters are dry. But other than that, she runs. So I'm not gonna let her get that hot yet. Like I said, I'll let her warm up after I set it down. I just put oil in it, so I don't think the oil hasn't went all the way down just yet. Most of it has. I let it sit for like 5 minutes, but other than that, it does run. And like I said, the ticking noise is just because the lifters are dry. That's not nothing else. It's just the lifters, and they will eventually go away. Because last time I worked on the motor, and and I had it upside down for a while, so it's gonna take a while for that oil to reach the lifters again. And yeah, it's going, it's on, it's running. I haven't revved it up or nothing. I'm just letting it run. I'm letting it just kind of idle. I don't want to rev it up. I'm scared to, but maybe I'll give it a little rev, just kind of feel it. But stay tuned, and after I'm got it all complete. All right. All right, guys. Well, she's back in. I just need to put the intake back on. Put the little box over there. I actually got to fill it with coolant. I got to take the bleeder screw off so I can bleed it. Other than that, she's back on the ground. She does start. She does run. I'm gonna put you back here real quick. Adjusting my camera here. That probably blinded or deafened you. It does my speaker on my phone. It blows the speaker out. Doesn't really record it very well. Like I said, just gotta fill it up. Some coolant. And most likely give her a bath. That probably won't be today. I might wait for it tomorrow. Just give her a nice bath, clean her up. After I get the coolant in, I'm gonna let her run, get to warm temperature like it's supposed to be, and make sure everything's good. I did notice an oil leak underneath. I think it's the oil pan gasket. I have to check the bolts. Maybe I didn't tighten them all the way, but they're easy to get through from underneath. I'm not gonna worry about that just yet. It's not bad, it's just like a drip. But other than that, I changed the core support out because I had a spare one that was given. So I changed that out since everything was off, because the other one I had was broken on this side, so the headlight wasn't really in there all the way. Now it actually sits more flush with the fender. It used to sit underneath it a little bit, but that's better than it was. But it's coming together, guys. For some of you, that's a 6.1 intake and a 5.7. The 5.7 was tuned by a tune shop called Pinky Tunes. It was tuned, but I had an electrical issue, which some of you probably have seen on my videos previous, that I had an electrical issue. And the cause of it was some coils that I had bought that were aftermarket, and they were cheap, and they literally just fried everything. They fried the computer. They were saying it wasn't charging. It was just a lot of things went wrong with it. And I want to say I had put at least $1,200-1,300 bucks into it before I had figured it out. Well, I had took it to a friend, I had took it to a shop, and I usually don't take my car to the shop. I don't take it nowhere. I work on it and I fix everything, and I figure it out myself. And I just could not figure it out. Like, nothing I did figured out. So, like I said, I had took it to a friend's house way out in Casa Grande in here in Phoenix or in Arizona, and he even tried figuring it out, and he was like, man, it's got a ground issue is what he noticed, which, you know, I was like, all right, well, I'll have to figure it out then. So I went back and got it. I took it on a trailer the first time. I rented a U-Haul trailer. Then I went back again with the car dolly from U-Haul to bring it back. And I had it here maybe a week at home. And I forgot what day it was, but it was like a birthday or something. And I came outside, started the car. It would start, it would idle, and it would do all that. But as soon as I revved it up, it would just cut out, like want to just die. And that's basically what it was doing. So anyways, long story short, my son was under the hood, and it was maybe around this time, maybe a little bit darker in the evening, but I had started it, and when it went to start, one of my sons who was here, he looked and he goes, hey dad, the whole engine just lit up. And then I was like, what? He goes, yeah, it like sparked. So come to find out that the coils that I had bought, that I replaced with, they were arcing on the metal of the bolts for the coils. They were arcing. Well, those are my old coils, the stock ones. So luckily I kept them, because I was about to throw them away, but I kept them, threw them on, and the car had been fine since. Nothing else. It ran after that. Like, that's all it was. It was the coils. The coils literally fried the computer. I had to buy a new PCM. Well, not buy, but I got a new PCM. But I did get a new PCM from Flagship and replaced it. And, you know, like I said, I did a lot of things. I mean, I replaced the MDS solenoids, which were a bitch to get out because they broke. Because they'd been in there so long, they broke coming out. So I literally had to put screws in them and use the hammer or the fork of the hammer to pry them out. Bought new ones. Those were expensive. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you ever replace MDS solenoids, I'm gonna let you know that MDS solenoids are not cheap. You're looking around $300 to $600. You know, $300 is cheap, up in price. You know what I mean? And anyways, but I replaced those. I replaced the harness for the MDS. I replaced a bunch of things, and it just kept seeming like nothing I did was fixing it. But all it was the coils the whole entire time. That's what fried basically it fried the electrical system, the computer, and, you know, things that along with it. I had Underneath I have halo fog lights. Those lights, white rings, turn on and they change colors and, you know, stuff like that. And those don't even work no more, and they used to work. So, you know, they're just, this car is, she is my nightmare. She is my money pit, but I don't call her that. You know, we have a love-hate relationship. This car does me good. I went out of town in this car a bunch of places. I went to California. You know, I go to Tucson. You know, it's 2 hours away from here. I travel in this car. I put maybe in 1 week in California, driving to California, you know, going to like Huntington Beach and then to San Diego and then back and forth and then back. You know, in 1 week, loaded down, I probably put maybe 2,500 miles on it in a week. Probably less than in a week, you know, in a few days. Just driving everywhere, and it's a good car. And, you know, it sounds the way it sounds and, you know, things like that. And I drive it to California. You know, it's a comfortable car. I go to out of town with it a lot. You know, it's a car. It's reliable, but I think it's about that time that where things are starting to mess up on it, you know, that eventually I have to get them fixed. So that's what it's basically doing. But it's okay, you know what I mean? I love this car. This is a dream. I guess you would say this is my dream car. I've always wanted one of these, and, you know, I have one. And this is my third one. First one I had was a 2.7, the smallest V6 they make. Got rid of that one. And then I got a white one, really clean, for real cheap, and it was a nice car, really clean. I got it for $1,000, and that was cheap, and it was clean. I'll have to look for some pictures and post them. And then for that white one, I traded for this one, and this one was just fucking junkyard ready. You know what I mean? Like, it was ready to go to the junkyard, and I saved it. Well, I traded the white one, which was real nice and clean, for this one. And I've just done the work ever since. Like, I've had it for maybe 2.5, 3 years now, and I've done everything for it. Like, you know, you can notice that it's got, you know, the fenders it's all shiny now, and it used to be matte black, and, you know, things like that. And, you know, in time, I mean, I'm not the richest person in the world, and I can't just buy everything I want for it right now, but I can do what I can do for it right now and make it still look good. You know, eventually the motor and everything I want to build to be faster, you know what I mean? And, you know what I mean, the motivation comes from, I mean, I'm older, but there's a guy out there called Boosted Lucky. If you're watching this, shout out to you. But you give me that motivation to push, to keep going, you know what I mean? Like, you're a young kid, I'm older than you, but that motivation right there is to, like, you had a car and it messed up, and you didn't let it stop you. You just kept it going, you know what I mean? So a big shout out to you, man. That's a big accomplishment, especially at your age and having the car you have, and with all the money, well, basically all the work you've put into it, you know what I mean? Like, that you've done yourself, you know, that's a big props to you, buddy. But anyways, I hope you like this video. You know, just keep them coming. I'll keep the videos coming as much as I can. And like I said, you know, the short videos, you know, that's what I do a lot of, you know, just because I don't do a lot of big videos a lot. I'm just, you know, I work a lot, and, you know, a bunch of things are changing, but I guarantee you that more things will come with the car and club stuff that I'm actually in, you know, the club that we have, and, you know, eventually I'll be doing some more stuff. So stay tuned. Here we go. Let's get this bitch done. Let's go. It's on and running